Hi, David McLeod here, your life mastery coach and creator and host of the Daily Affirmation program. Welcome to this week's video message. Do you ever find yourself in resistance to something? Do you ever find yourself setting a firm boundary in your life? Do you ever find yourself saying no to whatever is happening in your life? This definitely happens to me, and fairly often, as a matter of fact. First of all, I think it's important for me to state here that I believe that setting healthy boundaries is not only acceptable, but also necessary. Boundaries are important for personal safety, physical safety, emotional safety, and psychological safety. But boundaries can also show up like walls to other people, making it difficult, if not impossible, for them to connect with you and really get to know you. So the real question here is, are you setting your boundaries from a place of conscious awareness, or are you just doing things out of habit because that voice in your head is telling of dangers that might be totally imaginary? This is a powerful question that I ask myself fairly regularly, especially when I find myself feeling resistance to something that is showing up in my life. Another way that I ask myself the question is this: is my no a genuine no that is coming from a place of conscious choice, or is it a default knee-jerk response that happens without any real awareness? If I can truly recognize my no as a conscious choice that really is about keeping me aligned with my spiritual purpose, then I accept that and I trust in my choice. But if it's more of a reactive no, then I like to take a look at that so that I can understand the motivation behind my choice and hopefully uncover a shadow that might be lurking in the background. When I can uncover and illuminate the reason for my resistance and thus bring awareness to it, then I can take that new awareness and make my decision from a place of conscious understanding, rather than from a place of fearful ignorance. The beauty of this approach is that I can enthusiastically welcome everything into my life so that it can contribute to my overall experience and evolution. In other words, I can say yes to everything, and then when it actually arrives, I can choose from a place of greater awareness. But here's something else that you might find useful. Rather than saying no, regardless of whether I'm doing it consciously or not, I find it very helpful and self-empowering to look for a yes somewhere within the experience that is happening in the moment. I may be saying no to what's showing up right in front of me and simultaneously saying yes to a smaller aspect of what's happening or to an alternative that might also be present. Why don't you give that a try this week? First, bring awareness to every no that comes up for you. Second, check in to see if it's a genuine conscious no or if it's coming from a place of fearful ignorance. And third, decide if you are still a firm no and see if there might be a partial or a complete yes somewhere in the experience. Please bear in mind that this is just an exercise in awareness for yourself. Whatever you do, do not compromise your safety in any way. May you find a yes in every situation or circumstance that shows up in your life. Bless you on your journey.